Okay, Santa, oh, careful. And then they'll get the link,
Yeah.
to the participant. Did everybody on Zoom, did everybody get a copy of the participant guide? It's gonna be session 7. It should be on the link. Yeah, 6 and 7, but everybody on Zoom, behind it is 8 also. It's attached, so you might wanna, yeah, it's combined. So it would be session 7 and 8. You got it? Okay, good.
You know what?
Yeah, 7 and 8 together. But everybody on Zoom, I just want to know if you guys did have it, session 7 and 8, a handout. It should have been a link sent to you guys. Anyone? Okay, let me ask. I'm gonna pick.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
I don't see it either. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, there, it's right up. See if you. No one meeting. Okay. No link. Okay. Yeah, Jonathan, they didn't get the link. Would it be an email or would it be the link on the Zoom? Okay, they're going to put it on the chat shortly. Okay, so once you guys see it, go ahead and click on it. Okay. In the oh, there it is. It's already there. You guys are able to. Everybody on Zoom can go ahead and open up the chat and download the participant guides for 7 and 8. Perfect. All righty, guys. I'm going to go ahead and start. Welcome. Hi. How are you? We have a sign-in sheet here. So for those, I know you guys have signed, so why don't you go ahead and sign in? And then so 7 and 8, you guys have participant guide 7 and 8 is attached, okay? All righty, guys. For those that don't know me, I'm Diana Carbajal. I am your AOC. I'm an agent, and I'm also the productivity coach here for your market center. Perfect. What are we talking about today? Oh, by the way, before we start talking about open houses, I'd like to hear some ahas from you guys from these past Ignite classes that you've been attending. I want to hear some ahas. Aha, aha. I hear echo. Somebody is, okay, hold on one second. Yeah, I hear myself. I don't want to hear myself. So there you go. That was Evan. Ivan. Oh. Okay. Perfect. Okay. I muted you. Oh, no, not yet. Hold on one second, guys. Ivan? Okay. Thank you. Okay. So any ahas, anything that you guys learned in the past 6 sessions that you guys have attended in Ignite? What did you guys learn so far? Forget. Want to share? Where does? Oh, Sherry? Is your first one? Okay. No worries, no worries. Anna. Yes.
The first session, start your career.
Okay.
I liked it because you have to find the purpose why you're doing and your focus and your personal reasons. How to commit to mastery. I like that too.
Yeah.
Always finding like the reason why you're doing this job and your big life reasons of why you want
your big why,
accomplish.
Right? It comes from your big why. Absolutely. Yeah, because if we don't have a big why in place, then it sort of defeats the purpose of what are we doing. So why are we in this business? There has to be a reason why we're doing what we're doing in this business. So fantastic. Thank you for sharing, Anna. Now, just to get started, I'm going to go ahead. Hi, Juan. If you can sign in, and then we've got the handouts right here. Okay, so today we're going to be covering about how to capture leads with open houses. Okay, we'll go over the benefits of open houses, some of the best practices, and look to prepare, prospect, and pursue the model. Okay, so let me go ahead and go to the next slide here. So I'm going to be multitasking because not only I have the Zoom, I've got the PowerPoint here, and I've got here to deal with. All right. I will, now Anna knows me, I do like to pick on everybody, whether it's in Zoom or anybody, so if I ask you a question, answer it, and there's no wrong answers, we're here is to learn, okay? So let's go ahead and talk. So today we're gonna cover in on open houses. As we can see, you guys already dealt with Spark Your Cover, you guys did embrace your job, connect with your market, define your value, generate your leads, grow your database. Now we're on capturing leads with open houses. So by the end of the session, you're going to be able to describe what the benefits it is by holding open houses. You're going to identify best practices for holding open houses, and you're going to be prepared to hold one yourself when you guys have your actual listing. So let's go ahead and start. First of all, I'm going to ask a question. Has anybody held an open house aside from Anna? Have you held a? Okay, how did that work out for you? And who was it your listing or was it someone's listing? And your name is Sharon, right? Okay, Sharon. Yes.
Yeah, I actually started, my business. And I got my first listing through an open house.
Awesome.
Listing and mine. And then, yeah, I've been pretty good. I've been hosting, open houses regularly. But I feel like I need to change it with these now, so I was like, here, I want to get it.
Okay, good. Well, that's fantastic. That's great. So through an open house, Sharon said that she got a listing and a buyer, correct? And you represented both of them and you closed the deals on both
Yeah,
of them?
the seller needed to buy, so.
Okay. A double, it's a contingency, double contingency. That is so sweet. Yay. Well, awesome. So does open houses work?
Yes.
They absolutely do work. Awesome, awesome. And then Anna, how was your experience with the open housing? That was your first listing
My
too,
first
right?
listing, a lot of open houses, met a lot of people. I made my list of, people that I wanted to buy, not that particular home because it was probably too high for them, but. I keep calling them to check in to see how they're doing. That they're ready, some said in 5 months, 6 months, and then within the year. So that, I made a big list of,
Awesome,
yeah.
awesome. Awesome, and then it worked out because you got to meet a lot of people and
Yeah.
their needs and wants. And we're gonna talk about the different types of open houses and strategies and ideas that you can get out of it. So absolutely, you're on a right like yay. So on your participant guide, there's a quote there. It says, nothing else about your business will have a big an impact on it as the number of leads you have. What does that mean? What does that say to you? Can someone tell me? It says the number of leads you have. Here you go, Leticia. You can get what it says. It's the number one job is leads. Yeah, that's what it's trying to say. And then this is the one way to impact the number of leads you have. So that's what the quote is. So that's what we're here to talk about, is about leads. So can anyone say, and why hold open houses? What is the purpose of holding an open house?
More interested. We're looking at.
They want to look at the property. And what would be the main reason that open house is conducted?
To
Did
sell.
anybody- It's to sell, right? It's to sell the house. That's the purpose of the open house. What would be another way? And also another type is, we just said it, capture leads. That's the purpose of the open house, is to sell the house and capture leads. The leads are going to come to you as the door's open. Leads are going to come your way. Absolutely. So as a new agent, open houses are an easy, fun, and low-cost way to find buyers. Your goal is holding an open house is not only to sell the home, it is to put yourself in the path of opportunity, the business opportunity to meet people, add to your database, and set appointments, especially with interested buyers. Okay. So for many agents holding open houses, their number one strategy to build a strong business is, and it can be yours too. So there's proven models and buyers, seller to come to you. That's the purpose. You want them to come to you. You open a house. They said for every one listing, you get 3 buyers. And obviously, Sharon, it was proven to you because you listed and you got a buyer out of that. Okay. Other visitors may not be actively looking to buy or sell. Nevertheless, a memorable and favorable impression can generate referrals now in business farther down the road. Now, as saying that people who are walking into open houses is either they're interested in purchasing, they're interested to see the home, or they're looking. Maybe they just want to see how the house is decorated. Maybe they're just neighbors being so Oh, we're just nosy. I just want to see how the house is. I heard it was remodeled, blah, blah, blah. I get it. Okay, so, and we're gonna discuss a little bit more about that as well. Some of the ideas, okay. Oh, I don't want to go back there. Okay, so what we want to do is, since we're talking about open houses today, it's important that you know this. Before engaging in in-person activities, consult your jurisdiction rules regarding COVID. Okay, you can see I'm saying COVID. There's no COVID precautions anywhere. Although when you're conducting an open houses, you do want to check the ordinances, because when you put out open house signs, guess what? There are some restrictions with some cities that don't like the open house to be put on the sidewalk and so forth. So if you know the city, you'll need to just double check with the city, those little guidelines, okay? All right, okay. So let me ask this one question. Does anybody have any limiting beliefs about holding an open house? Any limiting beliefs? What's keeping you from not? Negative, yeah. What stands out by? You've done over 100 open houses, okay.
And it's I think the best. I mean,
Yeah.
it's something else,
Yeah.
All four corners, south part, district, and I'm even in the what I want to say the old part is something a lot of buildings in town used to be something weird. The toy factory used to be a real toy factory.
Yeah.
So if I do a open house in that one building, people see I assign a lot. And someone says, God, I want an east facing unit, west facing unit, whatever. I'm in another one called Savoy, which is like, it's Savoy. So it's an Alameda, but people in the building always want to come in, see how this one has a balcony, lower floor, and that's a big thing with the high rises. We're always going to be on a higher floor. But it's kind of a nonchalant way of going in. See, artists came in to look.
Yeah.
Find out.
Look-a-loos, we got the look, yeah.
And it just takes a kind of moment for them to pass through. They've been there for 20 years.
Yeah.
But it's kind of character like there's one building I did called the Higgins Building. It's an old school building. It has elevators with the wrought iron gate on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So so you get there, you almost meet everybody in the building, especially when you've been in the lobby. You've done about 4 or 5 houses in one building.
Right.
And it's a good way to connect with it.
What's interesting is you said high rise, can you imagine that's an open house at a high rise, totally different from a single family home, because you've got a different type of a crowd coming in, I could assume, right? There's different expectations. We're going to talk about those kind of different way of how the expectation of certain type of people that come into different types of homes. And that's what we're going to talk about too. Now, did you you got okay, good. And by the way, I got some little goodies here. So if you guys want to help yourself. So let me address some of the limiting beliefs. Okay. So as you can see up in the front, here's one. I don't have a listing to hold. So ask other agents in your market center. If you don't have a listing to hold, ladies and gentlemen, we have agents here that have listings that will be more than happy to, offer them to you so you can conduct them. So you ask other agents in your market for permission to hold one of their listings. One of the other limiting beliefs is I don't have signs yet. So because you don't have signs, is that going to keep you from holding? It shouldn't. You want to ask your market center to borrow signs or use the signs of your listing agent. Here, Downey Capital, they have generic Keller Williams, and Anna has used them. Some open house, if you don't have them, ask the listing agent to borrow from them. You guys can borrow them from me. I have some generic. You don't let that hold you back from holding an open house. Okay. Another one may be, I may not know the answers to questions that visitors have. That could be a limiting belief. Yeah, you're stuck. So what do you do? What pops up? What do you need to do in order to be prepared? You want to prepare in advance. Yeah, you want to know, hold on a second. Yeah, you want to prepare yourself in advance. And we're going to discuss more of what kind of questions people come in, because they're going to ask, how's the market? Why are they selling? So forth. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. Yeah, how's the rate? Why, why are they selling, the sellers? Those are the kind of questions. So you need to know, if it's not your listing, you got to know it as if it's yours. Okay. Open houses don't work. Why would people say that have you heard that people say open houses don't work? Why would they say that? What pops up?
So they probably didn't get anyone in the lease or
they didn't really realize, that they did have a lien in front of them, but they just.
They didn't know how to convert it,
Exactly.
or they didn't know how to, they didn't know what to say, correct? That's possible. But yes, people, here it says, yes, people do look online, yet many people and neighbors like actually walk through the open house provides, and they still give the opportunity to meet people. Again, they don't see the opportunity, they don't see that plus sign instead of that negative. We have to get that limited beliefs and negative out of the way, yeah. The other one is I won't be safe. So people, especially for females, you know, there's a little hesitation of that, so we either invite a lender, we invite somebody to accompany us. I mean, again, it depends, you have to know your area. So valid, it's a valid point, which we'll cover today, we'll discuss that. So we're gonna be considering like maybe buddying up with a participant or somebody, so somebody accompanies you. Okay, so we'll talk about that. Alrighty. I'll be juggling back and forth here. So. Okay, here we go. So let's go ahead and your participant guide, there should be something that says how dispel limiting beliefs. You guys see that, correct? It should be there. Okay. So let me ask this, should every house be held open? And under what circumstances would you not recommend holding an open house? Does anybody have any ideas about that? In what circumstances should we not hold an open house? Yeah, the house is haunted, right? Or somebody died in the property and we can't, yeah. So let me give you a couple pointers and maybe you want to note this down. The seller specifically did not agree to have an open house. There's a lot of sellers that says, nope, I don't want no open house. Just, it's the privacy. Very valid point. They have that privacy point. Yeah, there's, so I've come across sellers as, no, I've got a lot of things here and I just, no. Just do a video and promote it campaign wise. That's how they, very rare, but yeah, that's one of the reasons, it's privacy. Some sellers are not agreeable to decluttering, cleaning up, sanitizing, etc. So the house does not show well. Yes, I've had a situation where I had a property out in Southgate. I'm even like, they had over 10 cats, litter boxes in every room where they picked up.
It makes it here in the back.
Yeah, it is horrible. But boy, did I sell that house in 3 days.
Get out of here.
Sold it,
Wow.
had one open house. I said, let me just have one open house. I get it, but I'm having a lot of people requesting. So I do tell the agents, I do have to warn you. This, and they understand, hey, I get it. Just wear a mask. I recommend you guys wear a mask. That's how bad it was. And even the seller says, oh, be careful, I haven't picked up the feces. I was like, oh my God. So the agents that came only had a 1 hour showing on a 1 day. It's not even an open house. It was just an assigned, scheduled showing. Walked in and I got an offers coming in. It was one of those fixer-uppers, but oh my God. I can't even elaborate anymore on that. But yes, there's people that just don't want to bother cleaning up. Another one is when it's not necessary to show, for example, the seller's market when there's an immediate multiple offers and houses are being bought and unseen. True. Once you put it listed on the market, guess what happens? There's no need to put open house because now you're seeing with multiple offers, they're doing private showings. And why bother doing an open house when offers are already coming in? Okay, so those are one of the reasons why not to hold an open house. I think I'm not doing, okay, so let's go ahead and talk about in your reference guide, why we know the two main goals for open houses are to sell houses and to generate leads. So who does the open house benefit? So let's go ahead and look and so you guys can see on it benefits the sellers. Why would it benefit the sellers? Anybody? Promote the house, to show the house to lots of potential buyers all at one time, high exposure. The next one is the buyers, so it benefits the buyers. Why? To see houses without obligation, that is, without being qualified to research houses. Okay, so they're researching, they're house shopping, they're trying to get ideas of houses, how they are and how they look. The next one, it benefits the neighbors. Now, why would it benefit the neighbors? Anybody has an idea? I'm sorry? How much it's being sold for? Very good. Maybe to determine comps, correct?
Also that people know that there's. If some neighborhoods have a better draw, it's nicer street, great, amenities, restaurants and things like that, like Silver Lake is. It's an area that has a lot of buzz when the person looking for an eclectic lifestyle.
Right.
You want to be there, so.
Absolutely, yeah. They're all valid points. It's to see how their home compares to the listed house in the price and condition. That's pretty much what it's, the neighbors are. How about you as the agent? How does it benefit you as the agent? Again, capture leads, potential buyers, other sellers, just like how Sharon got it, future buyers and sellers. So you want to connect with the neighborhood prior to the event. You as the agent, we're talking about how it benefits you. You want to connect with the neighborhood prior to the event, place signs with your name throughout the neighborhood, practice conversations, answer questions, and provide value. That's how it benefits. It benefits us as agents. Cool, cool, cool. We're gonna move right along because this is a long guide here. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the benefits of open house. So you can refer it on your guide. It's going to be regarding the benefits. So what do you think of some of the benefits of open houses? One is the primary benefits of open houses is that they're relatively inexpensive to host. Would you say it's inexpensive? Yeah, you don't have to pay for anything. Maybe just have a few signs. If you purchase some signs, that's all pretty much you need, and a couple of these sign-in sheets and so forth. We're going to discuss that process, how that works. Open houses are also very useful prospecting tool for lead generation. That is to meet buyers, sellers, and other agents. Yes, we meet other agents. We also can do some prospecting with other agents. So because the main thing you invest when preparing an open house is time, return of investment can be tremendous. You can generate leads, qualify leads, and potentially get closed deals. So what type of leads are most likely to get from open houses? We already talked about it. It's buyer leads, right? So far right now, what we just discussed, is there anything that just stood out? Any ahas from that?
I was curious about.
Yeah.
You mentioned stopping.
Yeah.
1 hour.
1 hour showing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she gave me permission. She says, yeah, let's just do it for an hour. And the sellers were there. They never left. It was not even an open house, but I want to say it was an open house for me because it was all scheduled. And I had about maybe 10 to 12 agents with their investors and all these people coming in and so forth. So out of that hour, whew, everybody wore a mask. I had masks provided and so forth. And the sellers understood. I'm not here trying to insult the sellers. It's just, I go, do you mind? We just don't want any because of your cats. And so, oh, no problem. Do what you need to do. Yeah, and because of allergies, valid point. Yeah, because of allergies.
Because I have seen people host open houses for a very short period, like just 1 or 2 hours too. And I wonder if they're even capturing any leads at that point, like if they're having them sign in or.
I think it's gonna be a matter of timing.
Yeah.
And the time of day. Yeah, a normal open house is 3 to 4 hours. Sometimes sellers just say, look, I only got 2 hours because I gotta be somewhere. If you can do it in 2 hours, then that's all we got. Then we have to work it in those 2 hours and we have to promote it in a way where it's only a 2-hour window. If you're able to get another day out of it, then maybe you could, but it's, it has, there's circumstances like that. So it's just a matter of how you're gonna promote it. And we can talk about that as we can go further with that. Okay. I'm sorry? It's over here. No worries. Okay, so let's talk about, I'm gonna go ahead, no worries. We're gonna talk about pick the house. Think about the market number. So we're gonna go ahead about picking the house is a crucial step in the open house process. It's important to look for great and visible location, preferably not more than 3 turns from a major road. So obviously, what am I trying to say about that? The listing can be either a corner lot house, it can be in the middle road, it can be up a hill. You have to really determine how this, yes.
What page is that?
That, well, see, mine is gonna be different. It's gonna see pick the house. Oh,
Or maybe it's.
you're going to be, It's gonna be after set the goals. Your participant guides are gonna be a little bit different. So right there, yeah. Let me see your guides.
Yeah.
Here, let me,
It's page 7.5.
0.75, you got that? Yeah.
Read it out.
Anybody lost keys?
Go far.
Let me double check here. So best practices, benefits, I would want to tell you guys that just let's look where it says open house best practice 7.5. And we'll just take notes from that point, okay? And I know that because it says, okay, I'm right where it says pick the house, right after set goals, okay? So let's go ahead and talk about that. As you prepare for an open house, you should get to know the closest shopping centers, grocery stores, architecture, coffee shops. Remember, when you're choosing your house, you don't always have to pick the most expensive house on the market or the least inexpensive. So you want to consider the average prices are selling in the market and adjust your choice of the house based on this. Why am I saying this? So when you are preparing for an open house, you want to know the area as if it's your area, whether it's your listing or not. You want to get to know the market. You want to get the market stats. What is the average price? What's the days in the market on the property? More information is what other houses are listed for sale on that block? What houses is pending? What's sold and out within the last 3 to 6 months? Why do I need to know all this? Why is that so important? You're going to get asked. Those are the questions when visitors are coming into open house. They're going to ask you, oh, what is the reason? And guess what? And we'll talk a little bit more about that. I'm going to have a list of properties that I've sold or a list of properties that's sold in area, whether it's my listing or not. I'm going to show them, yes, this is what recently sold. Because they're going to want to know, hey, remember, they're shopping and they need to know what the average price is listed. So absolutely, great answer. So yes, that's one of the reasons why you want to know your area very well. Yes,
The first visitors in any open house is the neighborhood.
yeah, we were just saying about the neighbors, they're gonna come in as looky-loos and neighbor, but it benefits them.
Yeah.
We just discussed that. Why would it benefit them? I know you guys just walked in. Why would it benefit the
Because
neighbors?
they give you more what's going on with the property and also in the area.
What's worth for their property?
Mhm.
Exactly. So that's probably why, and I would do the same. Why not? I want to
Yeah.
know what's going on. So if the goal of open house is to generate and qualify leads, what other things should we think about before we pick the home for the open house? Anything?
Purchase from the competition what's out there.
The competition,
Yeah.
exactly.
Too.
Well, yeah, in other words, you need to know your market, especially for, so if I have a house listed in the city of, well, here's a good one. I got a new listing in Thousand Oaks.
Mhm.
Yes, Newberry Park. I'm talking about an hour and 15 minutes away from here. I need to know the market. I have 2 days to get that information going, get the stats, and I'm gonna make that house like if it's mine. So, yeah. So I have to get some information. Thousand Oaks it's Ventura County. I gotta know what's going on in Ventura
Mhm.
County. I gotta know my numbers. So absolutely. I've gotta know my stats. So let's go ahead and talk about prepare and practice. Consider inviting, is there a question? Does somebody in Zoom have a question? No? Okay. And if anybody in Zoom has a question, just say, I have a question, or just put it on the chat and I'll be more than happy to take a look at that. Okay. So it says here, when you prepare and practice, consider inviting a speaker such as an inspector or a lender. Very, very important. Now, I would invite a lender because I want to be prepared. They're going to ask a lot about lending questions. So yes, invite a lender. If it's not a lender, maybe a home inspector of your choice, maybe. Why a home inspector? It's very rare. Why would you invite a home inspector? But if they have time and they have a relationship with you, why not? Just an hour. They don't have to be there through your whole open house, but maybe the first 1 hour is crucial as they walk in. They might have questions about the structure of the home. What could that be? They can give an opinion. Okay, so that's pretty good to know. So, but it's very rare that you see a home inspector. It's more a lender. So before you host your open house, prepare a list of questions you might be asked and practice your conversation starters. Some questions you might face will test your knowledge of the house and your market. Potential clients might ask why the house is for sale. We were just talking about These are some of the questions. When the home was last renovated, if the home was structural issues, how long has the house has been on the market? These are kind of questions that you will be getting as they walk in. Why are they selling? You want to know that answer, you can give that answer. Why are they selling? Oh, they're moving out of state, or whatever the reason may be. I'm sorry? Yeah, yeah. It's also, what's the structural issues? Oh, you only what's known to you and what's shared by the seller. So remember, when you took the listing, you're asking the seller, what are the known issues? What should I know about this property? Because I do have to disclose that. And therefore, you'll have to ask a lot of that questions, and also be prepared when you're asked as well. And how long has been on the market? Again, you're gonna have a listing that maybe you're constantly doing open houses every week, and they're gonna ask, why hasn't it not been sold? What's going on?
Price.
Some agents, it could be price, maybe it's time for price reduction. You know, I always say submit, I'm sorry, was that? Maybe the layout is very awkward. Oh, you know, there could be many, many reasons. Again, why the house is a market, most of the chances because it's the price. So you'll probably get an agent, hey, are you thinking of bringing a price reduction? I'll always say, you know what, just submit your offer. Submit your offer and see what we can do. I mean, I don't want to turn them down on anything,
You
yeah.
know, I was so proper in, it's in Riverside.
Yeah,
And the reason number one was the price, and the reason number two, there was somebody passed away in the property.
okay,
Some
valid.
Already police, people that, you know.
It's it's valid. I had a listing in Garden, it's in Garden Grove. It was in Garden Grove. Her husband passed away. And I thought I wasn't gonna be able to sell, and she wanted me to sell 1 month after he passed away in the property, but it was of natural causes.
Normal.
So, and it was an Asian community. And they're very superstitious,
Passed
right?
away, bankruptcy.
And nothing's wrong with that. No, yeah, but, so the Asians, they would come in and, oh, and believe me, they were writing up, but then when you start disclosing, yeah, there was a death, they won't go for it unless there's more. There was an Asian that did buy it and they said, no, that's no problem, you know. But it is, but you would, I mean, I'm just assuming, I mean, I didn't understand it at the time, but you just have to respect it. It's like, okay, what's wrong with the house? I get it, but you know, people get superstitious. It's superstitious. I learned it from another Asian, an Asian agent told me it was more, it's superstitious, it's bad luck, or, so I get it, but we have to disclose. Obviously, if they died in the first 3 years, unfortunately. we have to disclose. I'm sorry. I did sell the house. Yeah. Well, I bet just to sell the home. Yeah. No, and it's because of privacy, although sometimes people, well, the person wanted this, actually, I didn't have to share because the person died. I shared because she's now moving in with her son. Since the father died, I mean, the husband died, she's moving in with the son, and it was a 3 contingent sale. Sold the house, sold my friend's house, and then a contingency of a purchase. So I just said the mother, she says she's just moving in with her son, and this been her first home. She's had it for 35 years, and it was time. Oh, because her husband passed away, and I have to disclose he passed away in the property again. But the more the reason I shared other, not because of, you know, person, but obviously I have to disclose. You must disclose. But you have to disclose in the first 3 years. If it's after the 3 years, no, you don't have to. No. Okay, now, I mean, I'm going off track. Well, what was the cause of death? Yeah, natural causes.
Yeah.
If you know it's natural causes. Where I live now in Whittier, 2 houses down on New Year's Eve, there's ambulance, so forth. He passed suicide. He took his life. I never met him. And it must have been that he must have been there because I just moved into the area like 6 months ago, so I never got to meet that person. It's just 2 houses down. He might have been there for a long time because it took them weeks to get the smell out. And so it was just a big cleanup crew and it's still ongoing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's an estate, they had an estate sale, so forth. So of course, what did I do? Door knock. My husband door knocked first. We went, but I think they're hiring an estate, company where they do estate and they also have a real estate. So I think they're getting it ready. I'm like, all right, well, I'm still gonna prospect it, no worries. But it took them a while for the smell to go. So again, would they have to share that? Yes. Yeah, there was a death. Oh, how was the method? Oh, you have to disclose what you know. You have to disclose what you know. It's important. So anyways, so yeah, those are one of the circumstances that can hold you back too. So on open houses, but yes, or questions that might be asked. So let's explain the following best practice. During an open house, have the visitors sign in upon arrival at the event. Some agents even make this requirement stating that it's a safety measure. Now, when you have them sign in, very simple, I just say, you know what, sellers are requesting that you sign in because they're interested to have a feedback of what you think about the property. If you don't want to sign in now, no problem, let's take a look, but come back and then they'll actually give a feedback. I say it that way, so there's no pressure. Obviously, that's for us, you guys, okay? But I'm saying it is for the seller's information. You can even ask them to leave something of the value of what they found during the tour of the home, like their car keys or the driver's license, again, the safety measure. Explain. So you want to go ahead and give a little bit of explanation as to why you want them to sign in. Once you've captured the contact information, you have plenty of opportunities to wow them in the technology expertise after the event. That's afterward. But the whole purpose of this is to capture their information. Obviously, their email address, if they're working with an agent. Most of us have sign-in sheets. If you guys don't know where to get them, we have them at the board, or you can get them from your home warranty. They're free to download, but you want to capture enough information to get their contact. So if you do not use a sign-in sheet, what other ways you can capture the contact information or leads that come through your open house? I mean, I've never seen a sign-in sheet not be available, but if you didn't have a sign-in sheet, what other method? A QR code, if you have a QR code, very good. Your phone. I've seen those QR codes, scan it, and then their information will go on their phone. And then their information, you can capture it and put it on your phone, right? Now we have our app called the KW Command. You can add their contact information automatically into your KW Command on the Go app and plug it in. It's already and tag them. Yeah. You want to download that KW Command app.
You know what
Yes.
I do these days? I run down the business card.
Yes.
And what's the thing? The night class, what's her name? Her name is.
Marta?
No, another lady.
Eileen?
Eileen.
Eileen Zuniga?
Eileen, she put my business card electronic.
Yeah. You have, there's another app, and I don't want to get off the course, but it's the KW app, consumer app. You can share your app and it has to share your contact, your QR code. It's on the app too. So there's two apps, your KW, the white one, and then the Command. And it's right there. You can share it. Let me know on Wednesdays or tomorrow, Martha, and she can show you where.
Okay.
Okay,
thank you.
sounds good. So let's talk about pick the time and theme. Thursday night, happy hour, wine and cheese open house, Sunday afternoon. You don't really need to have a theme. I mean, it's getting low. You can, if you want to have a theme. Now, have you guys heard of a broker preview open house? Okay, very important. And that normally is during the week. It's not on the weekends. So there's broker previews. You can choose a wine and cheese, which is very common, and invite all the local agents or the agents that is surround that open house for them to come take a look at the property. Why is that? Why do we have a broker preview? I mean, very rare you see them, because I haven't seen them since COVID.
They're the ones with the buyers.
Yeah, they're the ones with the buyers. They get a preview. They have an idea what the house looks like. They know what their buyers want, so they'll come and preview. Yeah.
Right, so it also gives, professional feedback on the house itself.
Mm-hmm.
So if the layout is good. I mean, some people can have decorations, but you want to depersonalize the house, things like that.
Yeah.
So it is just because you want the house to be very neutral. You want the buyer to come in and the potential that, I can move this tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that's what the other agents will, tell
Is
you.
it a turnkey? Is it a property? Yeah, exactly. Or does what is You know, is the house gonna be sold with this? You know, there are gonna be things that need to be discussed so that when they can go back to their buyers, now they're prepared to say, hey, I found this great property here in Downey. I think it best fits your needs and what you're looking for, although it has this. Are you okay with that? You know, now they're saying, hey, yeah, let's go take a look. So yeah, those are one of the reasons why for a broker preview. Good. So let's talk about, let's say, the time you choose the open house is important. So when you know your market well and connected with, pick the right time to host the open house. Is simple. Open houses have been known to work in any market at all dates and time. So know your market in order to drive the most traffic through your open houses. So if you're picking a time for your open house, goes in hand and picking the theme. Again, you could have a theme, you don't have to have a theme. I think that's something up to your discretion, how you guys want to do that. Again, I would only do that if I had a broker preview, okay? But if you want, if it's gonna be hold Cinco de Mayo weekend, that's not this weekend, it's the following weekend. So if you have a Cinco de Mayo, maybe some kind of treats to offer them. I've seen top producers of other states do a taco stand and for 2 hours and make tacos for all the visitors. Why is, I mean, it's very successful. If you're promoting it days before an event, you're showing the buyer, this is an open house, we'll have free tacos for all the neighbors. What are you, can you imagine? You can invest $400 for a 2-hour taco stand. And this couple, it's a team of, it's a husband and wife, I don't remember their name. They were very known for doing open houses. They were open house wizards. And they have massive top producer just by doing that. How would that work out? I mean, if you guys even think about the massive people they may have into the open house, a long line, absolutely. So, hey, Cinco de Mayo weekend, have a taco stand. Now, if you guys go, you don't have to. I mean, you just be creative. Have a little Mexican or Hispanic candies lingering around. Huh? That's once a year, but it depends. And these are just ideas for open houses, and maybe it's what's that Super Bowl weekend? Who's going to hold the believe it or not, there's Super Bowl. They'll have the Super Bowl on for people walking it there so they can stick around for the game. Those are just ideas and themes. So would you guys do it? It's up to you. Look, there's Thanksgiving, there's Christmas, there's Easter. Be creative. Okay. So that's talking about picking the time. Now, also by picking the time of day, normally it's Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Now Thursdays are the new Fridays. I've seen where open houses are now conducting on Thursdays. Thursdays is the new Fridays. Always check with your sellers of when is a good time to hold open houses and for them, and let them know what is good for you and why it's important to hold open houses the weekends. One, most of the people are day offs are the weekends. Pick a certain time frame. When I do open houses, I do them from 12 to 3 or 12 to 4. I think that's a good time. That's when people are, you're not doing it in the early morning. People are waking up. They want to start shopping. Hey, they want to start their day going. And also consider the weather. Is it raining? No. If it rains, sellers might not want people coming in and out. But if they don't mind, now you're going to have to consider having those chute covers, and it's a whole mess. I mean, it depends on the home. If the home is vacant and you can supply it, then you can go ahead and do it. So I think it's just going to have to be done case by case with your sellers of how you're going to be conducting it. But yeah, most of the time it's either from 11 to 3 or 12 to 4. And you just have to determine and coordinate that with the seller. Yes, Anna.
I did 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Lady said, wow, you've been here for so long. I go, I'm giving everyone an opportunity in the morning, the early birds, or
yeah,
you know, the afternoon or later on, so people can come in at any time. So I was trying to do a lot of those, trying to sell the house. So,
right.
You know, we're getting close to the end of.
And you know what happens?
Like, we gotta sell.
You gotta sell, yeah, and you stay open. Sometimes, you know, what's interesting is that when you have it set to like from 12 to 4, I don't know why it happens right at 3:45. Or you get a bunch of straddlers all of a sudden. You gotta keep it open. Oh, I see I know you're gonna close at 4. I go, nope, come
Yeah,
on,
come on.
hey, it's business. Come on in, don't worry about it. Come on in. You guys are I always say, you guys are my priority. Come on in. And they start laughing about it. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, one time there was a Downey when I had it was from 4 and I had to stay till 5. It was just more and more people. So maybe it's changing the time, maybe from 1 to 5 opposed to 12 to 4. Doesn't have to be 4 hours or 3, but it's the best time to do it, because if you shorten it, then you're lose out some more opportunities that are out there. You guys who haven't got any snacks, go right ahead, okay?
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So perfect. So now let's talk about prepare for stats. So let's talk about stats. If you've been practicing connecting with and knowing your market, then gathering neighborhood stats for your open house will sell fast. So you need to know a couple of things about stats. Local information provided by a school district. Remember, if you're dealing with buyers that are coming in because they want a good school district for their kids. Employment information, recreation nearby, and traffic and commute times. So obviously most of this, if you're a buyer's agent, you'll need to know a lot of this information in order to find them the right property for the location. But as a listing agent, you want to have this information provided. So what can you have at your open house aside from the flyers and the information on the MLS about the property? Stats, the neighborhood. So let's talk about Downey. What can you bring in with Downey? Maybe a list of all the schools in Downey. Shopping centers, you've got the Stonewood Mall. What do you know about Downey? Well, I know Downey has 4 districts, District 1, 2, 3, and 4, Northeast, Southwest. Know your areas. So if the house is in northeast of Downey, we know that that's the park, which is the one with the river or the lake. Where's the 605 here? So you want to know all that information. So what do we know about City of Downey? What local events are happening and so forth, in schools and recreation? That's the Bailey, I forgot the building, but either way. Traffic commute, yes, it's near the 605, the 5 freeway. You've got the 710 freeway, but that's more over there, but the local freeway. So you want to know your information so you can provide that for them. That's a good, employment information, maybe the local businesses or what's, I don't even know what they mean of an employment finish.
Big businesses that are maybe like. in that
Maybe,
area.
yeah, what can come, it could be a lot about the local businesses is what pops out for me. Yeah, God, I even.
Let's, you know, and
Here, who knows the answer? Oscar, you know the answer? Picking out because here, let me go ahead and let me mute that for a second. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's interesting employment information, unless, remember, it could be a lot of,
what about if
For
the
a buyer
person
who's
buying the house and maybe they want, they have a Kaiser close by and they.
Probably,
they
yeah,
transfer
that's a-
from where they're working to another Kaiser.
Yes.
There you go. That's a good one. Maybe the employment change, know what's the closest hospitals, markets, again, the malls and so forth. Yeah,
Yeah.
very valid point. So that's probably what it means here. I've never seen it be here before, so that's good, new to me. There you go. What other things might have people coming to an open house desire to know about the neighborhood? Anybody else know what other things might people like to come into open houses to about the neighborhood? What do you think? What other things?
You asked about it.
The crime, yeah.
That's a concern, safe around here, those walking dogs.
Now, as agents, we wouldn't know that
Yeah.
unless you direct them to look up online. We have a disclosure called the Megan Law. They need to look it up, not us. You guys don't do that. We don't do it. They need to look to see, because there is that Megan Law and there's a link. They just look it up. If not, we have no knowledge, but it is your responsibility to look that up. Keep that in mind, not us. Okay. So yeah, absolutely. Crime. Maybe they need to know about the crime, if the seller's there and they'll answer that, oh, no. Maybe they want to know about the neighborhood. Is there any disturbance and all that, but it just depends. So they might want to know that information. So, but again, as an agent, giving that information at an open house, I wouldn't go beyond that. Yeah, they would have to do their due diligence. They have to verify that for themselves.
And that's their own opinion.
Yeah. Now, can they ask, oh, how is the neighborhood, according to the sellers? Because if I already have a little, I can say per sellers, they say that it's a wonderful neighborhood, really great families that have been living here over 20 years. That is per the seller. So I'm already verbally saying per the sellers. Because why? I have it written down that the seller said that the neighborhood is in good, I mean, this is upon the listing. Because remember, I'm getting ready for my open house. I need to have some kind of how the neighbors are. Perfect.
Yeah, it's very. That aspect, oh, what are the neighbors like? I'm like. and-
Yeah.
And it's hard when the seller has never lived in the property.
Exactly.
So, I have no idea.
Right. Yeah, that's something they'll have to just look up for themselves, is the crime stats and all that good
Or
stuff. So,
sometimes
yeah.
the neighbors come to see the house, if I'm not loving in. they come to the
Some
house,
of the
and
neighbors
they-
will
they
share.
Right, that's how
Yeah.
long they've been living there in the neighborhood. They have said to me, it was really bad 10 years ago, but it's gotten better.
Yes.
I've lived here over 20+ years and I have to say things are much better now.
Right.
I can say,
Sometimes,
"Oh, the neighbors
sometimes
are
it can
bad."
kick you in the butt afterwards, because then like, oh my God, stop talking. Seller. There was a seller that walked into a Downey open house that I conducted, and it was my listing. And this neighbor was just talking away, and really nice guy, but then another says, how's the neighborhood? Oh, I live across the street. Well, that house over there was a shooting, and that was just 6 months ago, and they kicked those people out. I'm like, dude, a little too much. And they just went on, and you're just like, okay, oh, really? Oh, no, oh, good Lord. Okay, goodbye. They, yeah.
Oh, right, so you slide to the positive side, and the reality is.
Yes.
Someone comes to a home, they're like, what's the age?
Yeah.
You know, someone like, they're younger, if I'm an older guy, I want younger.
Yeah.
With more energy, as you're out there walking in, things like that, you can watch their cars. So
Right.
that's a big concern with a lot of people too.
Right.
I mean, I lived in San Pedro, and, oh my God, on my block, out of 14 houses, 8 people were retired.
Yeah.
So, right, the only little kids around there is their grandkids coming around once, but that's just how it is.
Right. Right.
You know, so someone may want to be where it's more vibrant, where everyone's getting up, want to work, everything, things like that.
Right.
So it's like.
Well, the positive thing about that open house, it turned positive because they said out of all the year, like that neighbor says, well, we've never had an incident in this street forever. And this is the first ever that we have. And this is, look, it happens. Not all streets are perfect. You know, there's always going to be a hiccup here and there. But if this is the neighborhood you're looking for and you've been wanting to live in, and this is some couples that are like, oh, we just love this area. And obviously they bought the house, but it's like, oh boy, when you give a little bit too much, it's like, it's scarcity, scarcity they're going involved. But I get it, not all neighborhoods are going to be perfect. So there you go. So let's review, I think on the list. And everybody, any questions so far about stats? And also on stats, I want to make sure you guys, also know that you want to know prices, the price range that's going on. And again, remember I said earlier, know what house is sold, what is pending, what is active in that neighborhood. Or, yeah, so that you know your comps and you have a list of houses that are listed for sale as well. Even though it's not your listing, and if it's not KW, it's C21 or EXP or whatever it is, have it there as a courtesy to them. But with, you're just as a courtesy, look, these are the other houses listed. And if you know they're conducting open house, hey, I understand that this one's listed for sale. I'd be more than happy to show you after we're done here. Maybe you can, so again, you're inviting them to other properties, but know your stats there. Okay, so let's go on. So let's talk about be safe. So let's review. There's a list that you have there for you guys to be. Safety is important. So agents safely should be a top priority by hosting an open house because the risk is involved in hosting an open house. Using a buddy system can mean having another person with you at the house. In addition, you should always let someone else know when and where you will be. Consider sharing your GPS location with a friend, partner, and even with your market center. Very, very important. If you don't have a buddy, you want to make sure somebody knows where you are. Parking on the street prevents your car from being blocked in case of a need of an emergency exit. We don't have an emergency, but I know before we moved to this building years ago, it was called the red folder. And I mean, maybe I'll bring that up to the office, but a red folder means that if you felt like you're in danger and you're in the, and you are conducting an open house, you would just make a, and if somebody, if someone comes and says, you know what, let me find out some information, but let me just call the listing agent, or let me call my colleague, da, 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 but you're really calling the front desk, or you're calling somebody who's on call, says, hey, you know what, can you pull the red folder on this address, 123 Main Street, where you're at? You're alarming the person, you're in danger. Okay, we'll get somebody out there, blah, blah, blah. They're doing, oh, thanks, I'll hold on. Oh, I'm getting that information. If you're feeling that intense or something. It was a great system. I mean, that was back then, so we don't have it now, but
Real
we
quick,
should,
wanted to
yeah.
Share that during the open house,
Yeah.
the homeless walked in.
Oh,
I was with my daughter.
yeah,
I did have my pepper spray with me in my
Okay.
pocket, because I'm like, you know,
yeah,
and she walked in and she looked at me, she's like, can I get her water? Go right ahead. But I was like, you watching her, because she looked at my daughter.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, I don't know what's gonna happen here, I just hope she walks out and
Right.
that's it. She did, she just got the water and I go, you can get her food if you would like, you know, or something.
Yeah.
But,
you have to be, and you were doing it by yourself, right?
my daughter was with
Oh,
me.
your daughter was with you, okay. See, those, you just have to be careful, and again, pepper spray is very important, you know, I know the DOR has pepper sprays, they sell them, I highly recommend, even if it's not for females, for males, you got, you know, for all the gentlemen, get a pepper spray or a taser. You know, mine is a taser, but it expires, doesn't work well. Yeah. It's really, really important. So you want to use a buddy system. Maybe a lender will be there with throughout the whole open house with you. That's fantastic. Or just, you know, maybe your spouse or your partner or your friend. It's just somebody who's available for those 4 hours in case of an emergency. You can call and, hey, can you do me a favor? And they can call 911 for you. Okay. So it's important that you check all entrances and exits before the open house and fully charge your cell phone. The agents may be using their cell phones to connect with clients on the app, so full charge is necessary for that safety. Also, when you show potential clients through the house, allow them to walk ahead of you. So agents, when you are walking in and you're showing and you're by yourself, or you're even with your lender, and you know, you'll get one customer and then you'll have multiple. All of a sudden you've got a full house. What do? You can lead them to go take a look. There's pathways depending on the structure of the home. I like to go on the threshold or near the entrance of the house. It's hard to describe, but you want to be as close as to the entrance of the house and let them tour at a time. Okay, let them tour, and then if they have questions, they can come back and ask you. I can't leave the front door, but if you have questions, let me know. I'd be more than happy. Again, if the lender is there, then you can actually go and you just give the lender a heads up. Hey, I'm gonna walk with it, no problem, I got it. Just coordinate it with the lender so that you know how you can actually show the house further at the back of the house while the lender's in the back, front, or your buddy, or the other colleague, or another agent. Okay, yes,
A very important thing for women is hide your purse.
Yeah.
Find a location to.
good point. So now let's talk about that. So you want to hide your purse. Most of the time I'll have my purse in the trunk of my car. So I don't really take it out. All I have in my pocket is my taser is on one side, and I have my phone, or it's charging. And then I'll have, depends, sometimes I do take my laptop, but the purse, most of the time it's in my car. But yeah, if you have to take it out, you can hide it in the kitchen. Just ask permission. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I'm gonna be putting my purse here. Oh, most of the time, 99% is a, please go ahead, do what you need to do. When you are conducting an open house, please tell the sellers to hide all jewelry, money. Yeah, you are not responsible for anything that's missing. So you're already pre-warning them, please, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, if you have any lingering jewelry or money, I suggest you put that away before the showing of the open house. There was one, I know I've got stories. This was in Santa Ana, beautiful home. And it's a friend of mine, so it was an open house. The funny thing is that her husband is a LAPD cop. And I didn't know, and they thought they put it in a safe place. It's a gun. Now, the gun, he had it in the safe, but there was a open house, I think it was a customer. Yeah, he came and says, you know, the agent says to me, I want to let you know that the buyer just saw a kid. They recognized the box with the gun. I go, what gun? I'm like, and I didn't know. And I go, and the agent was so nice. He says, you know what? No, it's okay. But it's okay. It's just shown a little bit. You want to, You don't see the gun, you just see the case. And I looked at it, I go, thank you so much for calling the seller.
Yes.
So
No,
I called my seller right away and I said, hey, Maria, I just want to let you know that you are, there's a black box. It's in the closet, but I can see it. What do I do? And says, oh, and she starts laughing. She says, no, Diana, it's okay. Why don't you go ahead and push it? I'm not touching it. I'm not gonna touch it. Diana, so she had a FaceTime me and her husband, Jesse, says, Diana, it's okay. If you want me to see you do it, go ahead. So he saw, I go, okay, I'm pushing them. I got scared, it's a nice box, but the thing is, it was sticking out in the closet. So I pushed it all the way in the walk-in closet towards more where it's no longer visible, pushed where it's near the shoes. I'll go, but they're laughing at me, goes, Diana, you're so silly. It's okay. But for me, it's not my property. I don't want to be liable and good thing they're my friends, but I'm like, okay, I got it. So again, you want to be cautious about that. It's okay to ask, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, are there any arms, is there any guns or any property that I should know about? If you do, will you be taking it with you? If it's going to be please put it somewhere I don't know about it. Because, there might be children that might be walking through, and obviously they'll be accompanied by their parents, but just for safety. So that's the kind of conversation I'm having when I'm taking a listing. This conversation should be taken when you're doing a listing, by the way. Okay. So those are kind of little safety things that you want to do. The other thing would be well, let's look at it. It's arrive early. Always arrive early. I tend to arrive at least 45 minutes before putting out the signs, your for sale, your open house signs out in the streets. I would arrive at the property, set up first before putting out the signs. So basically my open house signs will go out first before I set up the house itself. Because if I set up the house, then you're already directing them ahead of time. So I'm doing the streets first, then I'll come back, set the inside, open up curtains, and I will talk about how you can attract for the open house. Then I'll put my signs and then I open up the door and then I'm ready right at 12 o'clock. So I'd say start putting 1 hour before, okay? Give yourself that enough time. Park on the street. If the driveway is available, ask the sellers for permission to drive in the driveway or and so forth. If not, park across the street so the front of the curve is available for the buyers to park their car. Check all entrances and exits. So when you're going through the house, make sure you know where the back door is, it's unlocked. If there's sliding doors, French doors, anything, make sure it's already unlocked and ready to go to show. So because people are going to be opening and closing. Make sure your cell phone is fully charged. Turn on the lights. When I do an open house, I like to create an ambiance. My ambiance means that when I walk in, I open up all the curtains, I open up the shades, I turn on the lights. I don't care how great the sunlight is. I still turn on the lights. I turn the lights on the bathroom hallways. Every single lights are turned on my open houses. I do put a little bit of music. If they give me permission, I do put it. If not, I bring my little boombox. It's set on the side. It's right behind my computer and music is turned on. I'm creating. Okay. Sorry about that. Can you guys, everybody on Zoom, can you guys still see the screen?
no.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
okay. Hold on 1 second. I don't know what happened there.
Yes, we do.
There. Okay, you guys see the screen now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that. Alrighty then.
No, thank you.
Yes. So I do turn on the lights, bathroom lights, so forth. So yes, turning on the lights is important. Check your local, not COVID guidelines, follow that. Follow your market center guidelines and checklists for open houses. Okay. Any questions? Yes. The front door? The bathroom doors? I have the doors all open. Yeah, they don't need to be closed. I just make sure that when you're done with your open house, you're going to close all the curtains, close it exactly how the seller left it. Okay. Further away, but I do open up almost everything that's allowable to open or whatever you can open. I do. Okay. Okay, good. Any questions so far? Any aha so far? All right, so we're doing really good in time. Yay. All righty, let's see, what are we at? Okay, so let's prepare, let's prospect and pursue. So let's talk about the difference between big and real big and how to manage your time and focus. So let's go ahead and prepare. We're going to talk about preparing, prospect, and pursue. And then in your participant guide, you're going to look where it would say, I think it's going to be prepare. It might be just prepare, and then you're going to see a sheet. I think just like that, where you're at.
Is there a page?
I know there isn't, it's gonna be, hold on one second, let me look at your guide. It's gonna be 7.8 where it says prepare, and it's a lot, it's just with lines with notes, because then you're gonna see a sheet like this. This is preparing for open house. It looks like this on your participant guide. Okay, so let's remember the goal for your open house is to get appointments with active buyers and sellers. So to be at your best and achieve you've set yourself takes preparation. It's scheduled preparation taking during the week before your open house so you can ensure that you can capture leads and set appointments. You'll spend most of your time preparing for open house than hosting it. So when you're preparing this, it's going to be 1 week before, at least 1 week before. I think here it says here up to 3 days before the open house. I mean, at least 1 week for me. Okay, because if you have to get flyers, preparation, and for door knocking, maybe if your open house is on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Friday, you want to start door knocking on Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday, to start inviting your neighbors to the open house. That's priority, no matter what, you want to invite them. If you're going to do some cold calling and get a farming list for that area and do some cold calling, that's a great way of doing it too, is farming. Cold calling. So that's a way of setting up and by preparing. So prepare your mindset beforehand. You want to set high and achievable goals. Remove your limiting beliefs that we discussed. Focus on your success and believe in yourself. Practice conversations for greeting people, answering questions, capturing contact information. So how many leads do you intend to capture? So that's the goal. So what is the goal of capturing leads? How many appointments would you like to get for your next open house? So if you're setting a goal of how many leads, then you'll have to start early enough from the day you start door knocking and inviting them to your open house. So let's talk about, let's see where we are right here. So week before open house preparation. So on a Monday, you're going to select the house, whether it's your listing or someone else listing, and asking for it. So if you get someone's listing, another agent's listing, it's very important that you ask for their permission. And if you need their pictures, you're asking the agent's permission to use their pictures. If they say yes, just confirm it with an email. Thank you. This is to confirm that you are giving me permission to use your listing pictures on the MLS for my promotion of your open house, for the open house of your listing. And they will confirm it by just return, receipt of the confirm that email. That could be the validation. So select the house. So on a Tuesday, you're going to post online, walk the neighborhood, invite neighbors to the showing. What's another way of promoting the listing? Aside what it's saying here. So when I say post online, that's also on social media, create a campaign on it. Absolutely. Maybe a postcard, mailers to the neighborhoods, if you guys like doing mailers and postcard. Yeah, so those are ways to promote the listing. On a Wednesday, it says post online again, install a yard sign. Okay, so if you haven't, if you have a for sale sign already there, that's good. So if you're promoting an open house, you've seen open house that says open house this Saturday. So I would post it on a Wednesday or Thursday, put it in front of the lawn and say, hey, open house this Saturday from 12 to 4. So now people who are driving by, they're saying, oh, there's going to be an open house this weekend. Taco stand from 2 to 4, free, bring the family food. You'll have a long line. Can you imagine the business that you guys think? That'd be awesome. Try it one day. If you want to, listen, if you can invest $400 on a taco stand for 2 hours, that investment will come right back at you with all the, with all the leads and the returns that it'll be. So check that out. Maybe that Cinco de Mayo is 2 weekends away. Or just because, yeah.
We have a California business, and that is really a great gift And people can get a plate in California
Yeah,
and put their own label or sticker or identifying information on it. And just,
Yeah.
you know, pass those out.
there you go. Juan and Marlene's, kettle corn, and you have your labels there. Luis, I'm sorry. Luis and Marlene, you just post your information. Absolutely.
So
What a great
anyone's
way.
Welcome to
Yeah.
buy the kettle corn, you know, taste it, and we will, give
Little
them a
packets,
family
instead of your big
discount.
ones, have a little, yeah, little, it's promotion. You're promoting
Yeah.
that as well. So you're creating, you have to create out of the box. Absolutely. So Thursday, post online and invite the database. So again, on Thursday, not only that, again, I would door knock. I would door knock the neighborhood, and I would not just door knock that one street. I would door knock the street over, the street over the other side, like a whole, maybe a half a mile radius. If you can do that, or 500 homes, that'll be great. Okay. And then on Friday, you post online again, prepare the market stats, print flyers, and door knock. So it's saying to door knock on Friday, but if you're doing an open house on Friday, then you're doing it on Thursday, always the day before. Okay, what clients like to know. So let's talk about what clients like to know. So people that come to the open house intend to know their community and neighborhood information. Remember, they're buying a lifestyle. So be a community service real estate expert by knowing your market. Become familiar with the neighborhood. Learn the name of the park down the street, popular restaurants in the area. Really important. Study the neighborhood history. Explore and utilize the KW apps to maximize your lead generation and follow up. So on the system here it says community and neighborhood information. Okay, so relocation information, first-time buyers specifics, and mortgage information. Again, if you have a lender there, you'll have some mortgage information. I highly suggest that when you have flyers, have what's the current mortgage rate or what's the interest rates for the market. Again, the statistics of selling, what's the price range for that city. Maybe the lender can do a breakdown of what it would look like for mortgage payments for that sale price. What type of programs are available for that property? Again, if you're dealing with, that's a SFR, a single family home. If you're dealing with a condo, a townhome, you need to know if it's FHA approved for that condo. So ask your lender, hey, can you check on these HOA, this building, you know, I have a listing. Can you tell me if it's FHA approved? Okay, so, and if it is approved, then you can have FHA loans, I mean buyers with FHA. So those are the information that you want to have prepared to know. So what other things that about the neighborhood might be useful to know before hosting an open house? Any other ideas besides this?
You know, where all the utilities or the
Mhm.
police department, fire department, any of those emergency.
Emergency numbers, and normally that's given maybe when you, before closing a
Yeah.
transaction, but it's also good to know what the service providers are, and also, maybe local events coming up, maybe something just
Fun.
because, just fun, you know, absolutely. Did you guys have something? Yeah. If you're dealing with a townhome and condo, what's the association fee? Exactly, yeah. So if you're getting walk-ins with no agent representation, because normally it's already on the MLS, we can have a sheet saying, this is the HOA information, these are the amenities for the condo plus the monthly association fee, yeah.
You're selling.
Those
a-
are part of stats. Mhm.
A mobile,
Mhm.
some have HOA, some don't.
Mhm.
So that's something that would be part of the information that they.
Yeah, you can provide that, the
What
land
about the
use
ones that they're cemented,
and the
down,
foundation,
foundation, but the ones that are not, I mean, what's the difference with those?
I'm
What
not,
information do you have?
that's a great question. I don't know if Eileen's on the Zoom. I know she's done with mobile homes. They're a little bit different. You would need to get the stats from the association because everything has a community. There's a fee from the land use plus the mobile home. So you would need to get their CNRs, like their information, and put it down to see what the structure foundation, if it's above foundation, you know, how's the structure, what is it, to get that information. But I know we have, I think it's Eileen and somebody else. Ed is really good. He was giving information about the manufacturer, which I missed out. He'd be more than happy to provide that information for you. Okay. Okay, good. Any other recreation for the area, very important for selling. So know your recreation areas, pretty much what's around the local area, like the city Chamber of Commerce, where's City Hall for the city. Again, your local restaurants, what is so popular about that city
Some are
itself?
looking for retirement. homes,
Retirement
parents.
homes, yeah, exactly. So it depends on who you're working with and what's available. Even the sellers will tell you, hey, what made you move to this area? What brought you to live here in Downey? Oh, the landmarks, we just been here for, it could be many reasons. And you can share that with those prospects. What brought the sellers? Oh, inheritance, or they just like the city, or whatever it is, the reason. The school district is great. It has its own school district. Downey has its own school district. So yeah, little details like that helps. Absolutely. People often choose to move to growing areas. This is where neighborhood information will be much more important. So what's something convenient about the neighborhood you live in that you'd like to live in the next neighborhood you move to? So those are questions that you want to ask the buyer. So if you're looking in this area, is this something that you're looking for? What specific are you looking for in the neighborhood that I can help you with? So again, these are questions that you want to ask buyers as they walk in. I mean, if you're having a conversation about that. Okay, so let's see what's the next. What clients like to know? It didn't click there. There you go. So let's talk about prospect. Are we on prospect? Yes, we are on prospect. Let's see, there's a blank space there that you have there on your participant guide. So let's go ahead and talk about building trust and rapport. So before we do that, on prospecting, you're building a trust and rapport. So can you guys tell me why is this important, building trust and rapport?
It's the basis of your relationship, everything that you have to have in order to go forward with confidence.
With confidence, absolutely, absolutely. It's the confidence, it's the creation, it's the connection. You want to have some kind of an engagement with them. You want to have a form of a connection with them. You're not just going to just stand there at your open house and not have any conversation.
They walk away.
There was like,
Bye.
I don't know if you've been at open houses and you're just, again, I do have one story to share. Actually, my husband went to this one. And this is a couple of years ago. It was, I think during Super Bowl season, or I don't know, it was the playoffs. I don't know how it worked, but he was conducting a Downey house, a 2-floor beautiful home. And he was watching the game as people were walking in. My husband's house, and didn't even, nothing. So I asked my husband, so what happened? He goes, no, he didn't care. He was watching the game. I go, oh, sure, yeah, take a look. Hey, if you have questions, let me know. That's all I told him. And he was testing him, and he obviously, I mean, who does business like that, dude? I mean, come on.
They can't go to
There are, and this is an agent, and I knew him. Yeah, you just don't do business like that. You want to create rapport, you want to create a connection, you want to get to know who's walking in, and absolutely. So here's one of the things you want to do. You want to greet everyone that comes in the door, even the kids and the dog. Okay, I do that. And you want to ask the visitors, what brought you in today? Are you looking for a home in this neighborhood? Is this your price range? These are questions to ask visitors. Have you been looking at other houses? Are you working with an agent? What do you like about this house that I may share with others? And that's the feedback. Okay. So let me repeat that. Questions to ask visitors. What brought you in today? And they'll start saying whatever they want to say. Oh, we're just looking. Oh, okay. Are you looking for yourself? Are you looking for a family member? I'm still asking more questions. No, just I'm looking to buy, but I haven't been oh, okay. Again, I'm getting more fit. Oh, okay. Well, I have a lender here who'd be more than happy to ask you any questions. But you know what? Tell you what, why don't you feel free to take a look at property and let's have a conversation when you're done. Because my sellers request a feedback of what you think of the home, and I'd love a feedback from you and telling me what you think about the home. Oh, okay. Blah, blah, blah. Are you looking for a home in this neighborhood? Is this your price range? Well, I don't know. I haven't been pre-qualified. I really don't know my price range. Okay, no problem. We can analyze that. Have you been looking with other houses? And then you just go on and again, have you been looking at other houses? Oh, we just started. Okay. Would you like to know more about this neighborhood? Is this the market that you're looking for? What do you like about this house that I may share with others? You always want to be positive and upbeat. Remember, clients are thinking about their future and lifestyles. Be positive force of their imagination. It's important that you meet clients where they're at. If visitors don't seem interested in engaging with you, match their energy and let them be. Very, very important. If they feel like they don't want to get, it's okay, but you want to mirror match them. Don't be so persistent. You can tell when they'll connect with you, though you can tell how they can distant. Don't be over them. So really, really important about that. Okay. So let's capture, how are we with time? Most we have time, I think we'd be good. Capture information and qualifying leads. So let's talk about that. Okay, we talked about that. Provide value. Let's see, where are you? It's a little bit different from my end. Okay. Sorry, guys. Let me see where we're at. Build trust and rapport. We've done that. And we're on the prospect side. Okay. So here, one of the things that you guys, we have a KW app. Everybody should have a KW app. When you're at the open house, that's a form you can share your KW app with the prospects when they come in, okay? Because remember, if they're coming in to look for houses, it's a great way to share your KW app with them so they can continue looking at other properties, but now they're using your personalized app as a source of where to find properties so that if they like something, they can reference it back to you as a lead and say, hey, look, I have an app, please down, and have them download it in front of you, okay? And have them choose, find the agent of you, and that should be you as the agent, and then they automatically have, and that's if they're not working with an agent. Okay, so that's one thing. At the same time, I don't know why this is not on here, but I'm just gonna go ahead and, here it is. Have a sign-in sheet. Use your command. I just mentioned that your KW command, use your KW app. You already have that downloaded, and ask questions. Remember, you're there to get leads and appointments. So any questions about that? So we already have a sign-in sheet. You're going to have flyers and lenders information, market stats information. Again, we're going to go over that. You use the command, and when I say use command, use your KW command on the go when you download it. So when you're adding a contact, you can automatically add that contact. Once you have it sign-in sheet, I say automatically sync it to your command so that you don't have to do it on a Monday morning. It'll automatically sync into your database on KW command. Absolutely. And then use your KW app to share and then ask questions. And remember that you'll get leads and appointment. Okay, so this is really, really important. So let's talk about pursue. How are you going to pursue? Remember, the goals of open house are to generate leads and sell houses. Make sure you follow up and convert leads after an open house, so your time of investment pays off. It's time to pursue your leads, reconnect with all your visitors. So when you've done this, the follow-up is in, the follow-up is the fortune. Fortune is in the follow-up. There's a bold saying. So when you follow up and convert leads after open houses, you want to update your database. Follow up with the attendees. Normally that's taking place on Monday morning. So if you conduct it on a Friday, you had a Saturday, you had a Sunday, depending where your conversation takes place. Let's say you met them on Saturday, but they really want to talk to you on Sunday, then you follow up with them on Sunday. But you're going to ask, every individual is going to be different. Okay, so if you're doing an open house on Saturday, make sure you ask them, is it okay if I call you tomorrow, Sunday, around 4 o'clock? If not, Monday would be okay. Give them an option. They said, no, Monday would be better. Okay, Monday, would afternoon be better, or afternoon work better? You're trying to coordinate with their time, so that way you can contact them. Please follow up with them. Very important. Don't let a lead or a follow-up go stale 48 hours or 1 week, and then call them a week later. Hey, you went to my open house a week ago. I'm already working with an agent. And it can happen. Okay. So if they signed your book because there's interest and you had a communication with them, don't lose that opportunity. Call them up right away, at least within those 24 hours after meeting them. It's happened to me. I've lost out on that, and I'll leave that up so you guys can copy that if you guys want to copy that. So when you update your database, you're going to follow up with the attendees. And then number 3, you reevaluate the goals you said. Did you succeed? What changes will make you make more next time? So every open house is going to be different. You'll have one open house, and then what could you have done better? And then you succeeded on the next one coming up. Any questions so far? Plan activity. So plan an open house. How can you guys plan an open house, you guys? Let's recap, because we're going to do now session 8. That's going to be quick on social media. So we already discussed how we set our goals, how we pick the house, how we prepare and practice, pick the time, prepare the stats, and then be safe. That's the best practices for open houses. Okay. So the benefits of open houses, what did we talk about? How inexpensive it is. We talked about the prospecting tools. Does everybody remember any of the prospecting tools? MLS, we can use the KW command and the KW, okay. And then the rate of return and qualifying the leads are one of the benefits of open houses. So when you prepare, prospect, and pursue, we're going to prepare, we're going to prospect, and then we're going to go ahead and pursue from that. Any questions? Any ahas? Anybody want to share? Come on, don't be shy before I pick on you guys. You know how I like to. I'm going to pick somebody out on. Let me pick somebody out and Alfonso. Let's pick Alfonso. Alfonso, can you hear me? I'm going to pick everybody else. Come on, Alfonso. Alfonso Herrera.
Yep. Hello. No, I can
Hi,
hear you. I was having a
Alfonso.
little issue there.
Any ahas? I
Greetings.
want to hear any ahas. What did you get?
Overall, just for me, I want to actually host an open house sometime soon because I'm actually looking forward to conduct one. I think I could hopefully manage one.
Okay, so let's talk about open house. Where do you look for open houses? Like I mentioned to you guys, if you guys do not have a listing, call the front
Mhm.
desk. They'll tell you of the list of open houses, or at least who has a listing that has not conducted an open house. Just ask for permission, any of our agents. It
That was
doesn't-
my own. I was like, oh yeah, whoever's gonna have one soon.
Yeah,
This weekend I can't, but I'm free from there on out.
now, this is important too. So like Brandy, her husband was in a hospital, and she gave me a quick text, says, Diana, do you know she had a showing? She needed someone to show one of her buyers a showing. And she says, if I knew anybody, and obviously I have all the PC agents under me, I'm like, oh, let me find one. But she found somebody right away. So again, those opportunities do come up. So I start looking for anybody, I start looking at anybody who's on the productivity coaching, I'm going to call those agents first. Hey, there's somebody, are you guys available in the next 2 hours? There's a shot. You'll be compensated on it. I'm just saying, if you're available, let me know. If I have any open houses coming up or listings, I'm going to offer it to you guys if you guys are available. You know, those opportunities come up, but I definitely would love for you guys to reach out to our agents here in our office who does have listings. Now, keep in mind, it doesn't have to be our agents from our office. Did you guys know that? You guys can call any other KW agents. If you guys live in Corona hey, call the Corona Keller Williams. Hey, I'm a Keller Williams agent from Downey. I live in Corona. I would like to know if there's any listings that I can conduct an open house to. And they'll search. Believe it or not, there'll be some availability. Yes, you can search for, as long as you get permission. Yeah, yes.
When I was working in Orange County, I was reaching these agents outside the area. And it's a Luis, are you available? You know, I do.
Yeah.
You know, so I got good relationships with them.
That's good. And that's the whole thing. You don't want to lose that opportunity. I just don't want you guys to be stuck here. Now, if you guys can't find, guess what? Doesn't even have to be Keller Williams now.
No.
It could be other brokerages. And the MLS, you can search for, if you go down to the MLS, go all the way down and look for office in your area and see what listings come up, new listings, just go ahead and call those agents. Say, I'm an agent from KW. I noticed you're an agent in Corona, but your listing is here in Downey. May I conduct an open house? Do you think that if they're in Palm Desert, but they have a listing here, do you think they're gonna go all the way over here? Probably
No.
not. So, in my case, I have 1,000 Oaks. I'm gonna do the first one, but maybe I'll contact an agent over there. Hey, I have an opportunity. If you have an agent but I'm gonna check in with my agents first. If you guys are willing to drive out, then go for it. If not, I'd rather choose an agent in KW over there and conduct it there locally. So again, you gotta be creative and see what the opportunity. Now, you know that Ignite, before we start on the next, on the social media, before we move in, you guys know that you guys have to make how many calls a day through Ignite? Did you guys go through that with the other instructors? How many? 5 to 10. Yeah. Have you guys had 5 to 10 conversations since the last Ignite?
Yes.
Yeah. Any leads coming their way?
Yes.
Yes. Awesome. How was that?
Well, we're writing them off on.
Oh, congratulations. Ooh, cool. They're writing up a lead. They got a lead, right? You guys writing up an offer?
On one of our lists.
Awesome. Fantastic. How about,
Just real quick.
Yeah.
I remember that you taught me how when I was doing the open houses, I haven't heard this after you taught me this,
Mhm.
to go back to MLS and, go see the agents who have viewed the house.
Yes,
The MLS.
reverse
Reverse
prospecting.
Yeah, but I found that really interesting, and I sent so many to.
Right, right.
like
So-
40, 50 to.
So reverse prospecting on MLS, if you have a listing, that's only if you're a listing
Yes,
agent. So when you have a listing, you get to see how many people looked at the listing and who might be or might have contacted you, because you don't know. You can call those agents. Hey, I noticed that you looked at the listing. Do you have a qualified buyer for my listing? You can have that conversation with that's a agent to agent conversation. Then they'll talk to you about it. You get to see that. How many people through the CRMLS. So if you listed a listing on the CRMLS and you click on your listing, right down the bottom, it'll say reverse prospecting. When you click on it, it'll show all the people that are looking at your listing.
So-
And you can call them directly as a cold calling
So
to
I
the agent.
emailed them and I said, I'm having an open house this weekend, if you're interested in having any clients, are interested to go see the house.
Okay.
So that was, I like that, I mean, a lot.
It helped out,
It
right?
helped.
Yeah, because you don't know, they might be looking and maybe they showed up, but then maybe you didn't get a business card from them. Maybe they did go to your open house, but then there's other people looking. They're looking. And they'll get to see that track. Yeah, so I definitely agree. I'm sorry, what was that? I put in so let's talk about social media. That's the next one right here. Session 8, capture leads with social media, and we'll capture that. Now aside from open houses and how to promote an open house or how to promote a listing, we have in KW Command, we have something called campaigns. Have you guys heard of campaigns? Or I don't know if Martha's teaching you guys. I'll have Martha teach you guys how to do campaigns. But when you're a listing, you can promote it on a campaign and it'll attach to, have you seen on Facebook, it says sponsored? And then you'll see all these, well, that's how your listing will pop up. What you're doing is they're gonna click on it, says there, you want more information. So when they click there, it'll lead them to a source, which is your website. They sign in, and then that lead capture comes into your phone, says notification, you have a possible lead. It's very simple. That's technology. So, I mean, and I can tell Martha to teach you guys how to do that, to use campaign, sorry about that. So when you use campaign, you're not only promoting your listing, and if you don't have a listing, you can ask an agent, hey, can I promote your listing you just sold? Hey, just recently sold, we have more listings. You're not promoting, not that you have more, our company has more listings. You can promote it that way so you can generate leads from that sale. So yeah, that's definitely more. So you guys, let's talk about social media really quick. And I know, were you guys here for Gio's class, the other about social media?
No, Saturday.
It was Saturday? No, it was,
Friday, 12 o'clock, yeah.
One second.
It's like 8 people.
Yeah, it
It
was,
was on Friday.
are you on, Gio? It was Friday, right? That was really good.
4 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah, he talked about how you can do social media and how you can post it. Well, you know what? I don't have my, hold on one second, let me bring. Hold on one second, guys. What is this? Do I? Did you give me the instruction on that? Already. Sorry about that, guys. Let's see here. This is not here. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, this is it. Okay, so let's talk about capturing leads with social media. This will be short. It takes time to learn something, more time to implement it, and even longer to approach and mastering it of it. So we have to master this. Here we go. So let's do the what is it called? It's called the 10-5-1 system and the social media. Now, I don't know, I'm gonna have to go based on this because they didn't give me the instruction manual, so here we go. So let's talk, let me whiz this sucker. Social media is powerful and free marketing tool. So the 5, here, let's talk about the 10-5-1. Social media is powerful, expand your sphere with your smartphone and engage with the followers. So 10 likes or loves. It is known, how many posts do you like? So in Facebook, so let's talk about Facebook. You have list of friends everybody has Facebook, right? Personal account, right? And yours, no, okay. What? You have no Facebook? No social media. We're gonna talk.
I did not either until I had to be from a real estate.
Yeah.
So they told me you have to
She's
have.
been telling me.
Yeah. So for campaigns to work, you need Facebook. Okay, so let me back up a little bit. For those, I'm sure, yeah, so if you have Facebook, you create a personal account, and from that personal account, you're gonna create a Facebook page, which is your business page, okay? So by creating it, you have family, friends, and mutual friends, and all that good stuff, and blah, blah, blah. So if you have people tend to post things such as, oh, their dog, they're running in the park, or pictures of graduations or weddings. You get to see all those nice things. So what do? We like. For those who have Facebook, we just like it or we love it, right? There's emojis come out. You want to have it, you want to do 10 likes per day. Why are we doing 10 likes per day? Because every time you like in the social media, it creates an algorithm. I can never say algorithm. Every day. Now, guess what? The next day, you're going to see that same person pop up with more information, and you're liking it, and you're liking it. You're engaged. That's your form of engagement, but you've got to do 10 likes a day. 10 likes a day. And so by those 10 likes a day, now you have 5 comments. Out of those 10 likes, make comments. Oh, that's so cute. Congratulations. Oh, wish your daughter happy birthday. Oh, what a beautiful dress, or whatever it is that you want to comment, and then they'll reply to you. What are you creating? A little dialogue, right? You're connecting. If you're not cold calling, please connect with them in social media. You want to sort of interact. So 10 likes, 5 comments, and 1 share or direct message or an original post. So get people thinking about you. So what does that mean? Now I'm going to share, maybe I want to share my friend's wedding with another friend of mine, or maybe I'm posting something about, like, it's my late uncle's birthday. He died 2 years ago, but I have a remembering of my uncle, but I posted on his wall what I did today early in the morning, and I shared it with my other friends, and like only within my community. Oh, and I'm getting the likes, and so it's creating that algorithm again. So it's like, okay, I'm doing it because now I'm seeing people who's liking it and who's commenting it. Again, why is this important in social media? Why is this so important? Why am I doing all this? Why I want to connect with all these people? Yeah, you're causing audience, you're connecting with you. Remember, these are people that you already know. You don't have to convince you don't have to work so much on someone that you don't know. This is somebody you already know. You have a connection with these people. These are people that you accepted their friends to be your friends on. You're absolutely connected. I'm just going based on this little line here. Let's see, I'm gonna just go based on what I'm looking at here. So here, let's talk about the postings, that 80% should be personal and 20% should be business. So true. When you're creating a business page, you don't want everything to be about business. They want to know a little bit, who are you as a real estate agent? For me, I say, you know what, like whatever you put on your biography, on your KW command, you want to incorporate that a little bit into your personal, it's like who you are. Not that you're sharing your personal whole life with them. Who are you? Hey, I love to go cycling. So I put my cycling picture with my spouse and I do that. Hey, they're commenting on that. I love cycling, and maybe I'll put there who's doing a marathon on cycling, and I'll put a little clip on it. You're just engaging the interest, because why, there could be some people with the same interest and create a conversation dialogue with them. So again, 80-20 posting practice, make it sure that it's 80% personal and 20% business on, so you can do that. And we can have a sample of what that would look like. Maybe I'll have Martha see that she can share her Facebook page, or maybe Gio, if Gio, I know he's not online, but we can have him share next time how his Facebook looks like, because you do want to see how you have your personal information, but at the same time you have your business. I would do that all the time.
I have a question.
Yes,
Can I post my dog's pictures on Facebook?
yes,
Okay,
on your personal or on your business?
no, business account.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Are you door knocking with your dog?
I might start with my little one, yeah, probably.
I love it. Yes, I could. Yes, you may. I would definitely do it. That, holding a flyer with your dog. I love walking my dog at 6 o'clock in the morning, or maybe at 9 o'clock in the evening. Absolutely. You want to share your, I know that there's been posts where they will post lifestyles of, what is that called? Oh, good Lord. It just slipped my mind. Not about pets, but about planting and gardening. So there you see somebody walking, this is actually another agent that posted something about gardening and plants, and then we'll do the HGTV. It's a link about it, and they'll post it on it. It's nothing about real estate. It's just sharing about plants and so forth, and they'll set the link there. It's really cool. And then when you click, it'll open up about that information. So yeah, again, that's not think business like, it's also personal. You're sharing a lifestyle. And when it comes to dogs, I would definitely put a picture of the dog. And what about the dog? Maybe the type of breed of dog. Oh, these dogs are known for da 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 da. Oh, I didn't know about that. That you're inviting them, it's intriguing them to like your page and to know a little bit more. So when they click it, you get to see that they're clicked on the picture. So yes, you may post. So let's talk about the 80-20 business. So it says here, what's 80%? Personal interest posts will consist of pets, like she mentioned. It could be art, cooking, baking, recipes, exercising or working out, like I mentioned, the cycling, outdoor adventures like hiking. If you do some hiking and you want to post pictures about hiking, do something about hiking. Outdoor live music. Maybe you guys went to a concert. I went to a concert. I went to Luis Miguel. That's why I was excited. Yeehaw! And I posted it on my story, and I had over 100 likes. And no, here at the crypto arena, crypto.com. Yeah, it's so cool. It was a surprise too by my hubby. And then team sports. Here's Brandy with the Lakers, and so that would be like the 80% would be personal interest posts. You like race cars? Post something about the Grand Prix. Yeah, race cars. And I know it doesn't say, but it'll say outdoor adventure. Maybe incorporate this. The LA County Fair. is in May, it starts May the 2nd. Why not post that on your business page, letting people know, hey, tickets are going on sale. If you do this, you can go in for free, or you can at a discount price, post that, and you'll get them to click. Oh, something of excitement, what's coming up. So it sparks interest, absolutely. So if you have a personal account, do it on the personal account as well. So you're sharing that. The 20% now will be the real estate business posts. The post is going to be about your listings, open house, any awards that you've received, or speaking events. What else about real estate can you post? Maybe just sold. Just listed would be, yeah, open houses. I mean, also, maybe a form of recognition in real estate, maybe also give a market update. California wise, obviously, or if it's a county, LA County, real estate market stats is this. So something maybe for the month you're doing that. So
Put something like, about a seminar happening.
yes,
Convention center.
yes, absolutely. Something about real estate, yeah. How to do trust, living trust, or anything that, but it's something that's linked to your business. If you're involved in it, that's what you want. Don't post something that is somebody else is conducting. I'd rather that you guys, whatever you guys are conducting, if you're conducting an open house, you're conducting a buyer event, seminar event, then post it. Unless if you are sharing it with a lender and the lender's and invited you, then you share that event. Yeah, I would definitely, anything to do with your business. I know we want to share everybody else's, but no, if it doesn't benefit you, then don't do it. But find something that does benefit you guys. Okay. So that would be the 20%. So going above and beyond, 10% is community service. Now we have the Red Day event coming up in May. That's a community event that we do as a community, KW does, which is Red Day. I would definitely post that on my business page, on my personal page, on my Instagram, showing that you are so fully involved with the community. I would actually include that in your bio. We have a bio in our KW, include that you serve the community through Red Day. I definitely include that. It's a plus. Okay, so that is something that you want to include for community service. Can also include, maybe you're doing something, the cleanup service for the city of Downey. There's a cleanup. Maybe you go to the Barbara Riley and help the elderly, the community event here in Downey. If you do your community hours there, then hey, share that also. So anything to do with the community, you want to share that as a post under your business page or even your personal. And it says right here, when you go above and beyond, you can post that as well. So another thing that you can do for social media is make a list of things that you're passionate about. What would be something that you guys would be so passionate about that you definitely would love to share? So Leticia, I'd like to use you because you said that you do the community in La Habra for collecting canned goods, correct? And that's for the community. I would definitely post that if you have your social media up and running on your Facebook page and says, I help the local community in La Habra. If there's a link, I would post that there. It's not about business, but it's about something that you do and you provide. So it's something that you can, you can share. That's something that you go way and beyond. Okay. So those are other types of community and any other community service that you provide. You work for the healthcare, right? So what about your healthcare? Does your healthcare where you work at have special events? I know there's a lot of healthcare that you can promote as part of your business. It's not commingling with your business, but it's part of it. They're getting to know you. Not only you do real estate, I also am involved with the healthcare community, giving you guys ideas how you guys can create a connection with people to connect with you. Now, when you do have a Facebook page, you have to invite people to like your page. In order for them to like your page, you have to have people accept you as a friend on your personal account in order to invite them. Does that make sense? So you guys have a lot of work to do. For those that don't have Facebook, get Facebook. That's your homework, by the way. Your homework is everybody needs to create it's not for, okay, let me back up. When you create a Facebook page, you guys, and it becomes a personal account, you're not gonna commingle that with your business when you create the page. It gives you two URLs, okay? So it's safe. Believe me, it's safe. Yeah.
What happened to me?
Uh-oh.
Okay, so I'm using Facebook, I was like, oh, okay, I have to use it, I have to create it, okay.
Yeah.
My supervisor pops up and invited me as a friend, I'm like, I don't want to.
On your personal page, of course, yeah.
I did it,
Mhm.
and then she's like, I told her about it, and I'm like, oh, I accepted you as a friend. And she forgot that she had already invited me to be her friend. So it was kind of awkward. So this are the kind of things that I don't like, I mean, because we already work together, and it's like, 'cause I work in mental health.
Okay.
Kids.
But this is an employee.
And as an employee, my
Okay.
supervisor.
Okay.
So those are the things that I don't like, but I'm thinking this is just for business. 'Cause I'm
Yeah.
doing this for business. I'm not doing it to mingle. or-
What if someday that person wants to buy
You're
a
right,
house?
You're right. I kind of had to.
You
think
gotta
about
get
it
out
that
of your
way.
comfort zone. Don't, yeah, I get it. I get it.
Don't be that secret agent.
You won't be
Right,
that
right.
secret agent. How they're gonna know? I know there's some people, oh, we don't wanna be. You'd be surprised.
I know. I have to open my mind to. all
Be
the-
open-minded. Yeah, you wanna be open-minded. It's okay. I know there's some people we do wanna have a relationship, but then we are in a relationship business then.
I just thought I'm already dealing with her every single day.
Oh, I
That's why
get
have
it.
to have her on social media too. I'm like, okay.
Oh,
okay,
no.
let's do it.
Just do it. And I'm glad you just did it. You got out of your comfort zone and you accepted it. You get hesitant. Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah. Well, it's a great, here's the thing, in social media, you start to reconnect with high school friends and they just start to pop up out of nowhere.
Right.
And I've been fortunate with 2 out of my high school friends, reconnected and did business with. It happens, yeah. And sometimes now remember, we need to do 10 likes, 5 comments, and 1 outgoing. When they're posting something about their kid, and I haven't seen them for years, and one thing I get there, oh, they're replying, thank you, Diana, Here's another way of prospecting through social media. When you get Facebook, because everybody's gonna get Facebook. And you start adding people, Instagram too. Instagram and Facebook merge. It works when you're posting pictures, okay? Here's the thing. There's a thing called Messenger through Facebook. You guys know Messenger, right? You can text through Messenger saying, hey, I'm with Keller Williams. I know you're a mutual friend. I noticed that you're a friend of mine. We're both friends with the same friend. I'm just introducing myself. I'm in real estate and I'm hoping that if someday you guys, if you're thinking of buying or selling, you can consider me, or whatever you want to create, they'll respond to you. That's a contact. You're communicating, you're letting them know you're in business. And all of a sudden, now they're adding you as a friend. Yes, I know. Don't be scared. It's okay. Add them. You're doing it for business purpose. It's okay. You have Facebook, Angie?
I do.
And does Facebook work for you in social media? Proven. She's our top producer here. She knows, right? Would you say that most of your business will come from social media? No, cold calling.
These are my.
Your kiddos. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. But it does work, right? I mean, you do post things about your business as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But I usually, I'm gonna give you guys a secret.
This is Angie talking, by the way, you guys.
The secret that for us to convert buyers is to a property that is for sale. And then, let's say, use one of her listings and you post it, and then you're gonna attract buyers.
Absolutely. This is why it's important to have social media for the business purpose. You're promoting your business, you're promoting your listings, you're promoting her listings. You ask her for permission, you can promote it. So you can bring in the buyer for her.
But if you guys wanna make really, really good leads, open houses. Ask him how many, and it wasn't raining day.
Yeah, we got like 14 good.
Very good leads,
Awesome.
very good leads.
Awesome.
Selling leads.
Open house works. Thank you, Angie.
Welcome.
Thank you. That was a special guest there. Yeah, 14 good lists. So does it work? It does work. Social media works, you guys. Social media does work. You just have to create content. be engaged all the time. I know it's so tedious, so much hard work and social media, but come on. Do you guys use some form of social media? TikTok? All platforms? Podcasts are great. You know, if in Facebook, if you create a group, you can create a group, maybe for certain people. And when you create for those certain people, you can create a live video, just for a live video for that people, maybe about real estate, 15 minutes. If you can go on video and create a content, maybe you guys create a content. What's so good? What's the market today? For 10 minutes to that group on Facebook, you're going to start getting a lot of hits, a lot of hits, a lot of hits. Just thinking out of the box there. So I'm telling you, it works. It works. So let's wrap this. YouTube is good too. So if you have a YouTube channel to create videos, yes, you may. I definitely, and then you're sharing the YouTube link into your social media so they can click. Now you're getting some likes and people to like your video. Absolutely. I definitely would. I mean, there's a lot of agents that use YouTube links. And within Keller Williams, we do have a YouTube Keller Williams channel for yours. Everybody has a YouTube channel. Well, you guys all have KW emails, right? We have a KW YouTube. So, and I'll have, let me see if Martha, if not, or Eileen can teach you guys that one evening. I'll let her talk about the YouTube that you guys have a YouTube channel through KW email. Just log in to your KW email. And when you log in, go to YouTube through your channel, and then it's blank. But you can start at it. Obviously, you're going to start looking for real estate, but you can create live videos through that channel. You can put your listings and promote your listings on a YouTube channel and promote it. Link it to your social media. Have you seen that? Yeah, on TikTok, you have people, and again, on Facebook, on Instagram, they create a video and then they'll post it really quick, really great videos. And you can see how many people, over 200 people, 1,000 people are looking. Like Gio, he'll post it. You can see how many likes he got, over 3,000 to 5,000 likes. Just by posting a 3-unit property or whatever, and you can see the proof because it's on the bottom. So again, you guys are not secret agents. Just create an account, and I know we're short in time, but create an account so that you can start posting and people can start liking the page. You're creating this to connect with people. Connect with people you know or who you have met in one way, shape, or form. Post about your neighborhood, use images, congratulate new homeowners, post about listings, and engage. Okay, homework is Facebook. Facebook, I want to see it. Juan, I want to see that Facebook. So let's see here. Highlight your business. I'm going to go through this really quick. Think about hyper local information. Utilize tech developments. Post client testimonials. If you worked with a client and they gave you a testimonial, post it in your business. Oh, you have a list of testimonials? I would definitely post it because it's part of your business. Reviews and testimonials? Yeah. Every time you do a deal with somebody, please request for a testimonial or a review, because then you can use that as part of your resume for the next client. Why should I hire you as my real estate agent? Well, I have a list of reviews and testimonial. You can see based on that. You'll be more than happy to contact. And most of your past clients will say, hey, if they need to talk to me, we'll be more than happy to recommend it. And you'd be surprised they most likely won't call, but they'll go based on your testimony, because you're not going to put a fictitious testimonial. You're doing it based on the property that you sold them or you bought from. So I highly suggest it. Yes, on our new websites, because they've revamped our KW websites. I know there's a lot of technology on our new website now. There's now going to be a space where our clients can now do a review about you, which is super, super awesome. So I suggest that we can use that. I'll look into it more with Martha so that we can post and you guys can put testimonials. Don't post and ghost. Highlight your business and social media strategies. Okay, you guys, I think add value, participate online communities where you offer a unique and valuable perspective. I know this is about social media. Have you guys heard of an app called Nextdoor?
Yeah.
Use that Nextdoor. If you use it, put yourself as that local real estate agent. Ramon, you guys know Ramon Cardenas? He lives literally 2 blocks away from me. We didn't know we loved he's just literally a block away. And he said, hey, Diana, I saw you on Nextdoor. What Nextdoor? And I go, I noticed that you post yourself and I see you everywhere on Nextdoor. Ah, do you need to buy a house or, he started laughing. But he noticed me on Nextdoor. So it works. So if you are in Nextdoor, it's only within your area. I suggest you put yourself out there because you get to see you're interacting with other community people. They lost their dog or they're posting, oh, there's a yard sale. Oh, yard sale, fantastic. And swing by, pass cards. I mean, something to think about yourself there. Online communities where you offer a unique and valuable perspective. Post on social media. I know I'm going pretty quickly because we're already past that. It says more strategy. Social media says be authentic. Don't be a jack of all trades. Embrace your videos. If you do any videos, use analytics and ask for help. Let's see here. Let's do a little recap here. So remember, every day for those who have social media, do 10 likes of any of your friends. Excuse me. On their postings, 5 comments. What's on the one, and then the 80 and 20%. Sorry, guys. Personal post. Any ahas before we wrap it up? What did you guys learn? Did you guys learn anything?
I like the KW YouTube. That was an aha for me.
Yeah, we have it. Just when you log in, go to the YouTube and you'll see. You have your picture there. I had for open houses, I highly suggest that you shadow an agent. Go for I know Anna's been in there with one of shadowing me. Go to one of the agents, like if Angie's conducting open houses, go to one of her listings, go for 30 minutes and check out how she conducts open houses. You're just in the back end looking, you're not trying to take her leads or anything. You're just shadowing her. So I highly suggest that you guys go visit some open houses and see how other agents it's going to be spooky because they don't know you, but stick around for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, see how they work it, but you're visiting their open houses. So any more on open houses, let me know. I'll be more happy to help you guys and we'll take it from there. All right. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys. Any questions in thank you guys. Any questions in you guys in Zoom land?
No.
Good.
You guys are good? Okay, good. So homework for you guys is for those that don't have Facebook, open up a Facebook account. It's a personal account, and then start adding friends and families. Then you create your business page, but do both. Please, please, please do it. It will change your life around with leads. Okay. Sounds good. Well, thank you guys for being on. Let me check. Oh, there's chat. Were there any questions? I hope what about church events? Yes, church events. Absolutely church events. So if you guys go to church on Sunday and there's events in the community, absolutely reach out to them. I know they have, what is that information? They have you can put information, you can even advertise real estate in there. So absolutely. I'm sorry. Different churches? 3? You're involved with 3 different churches? Awesome. What? That is something that you can post on your social media. If there's something that you can share about your community, your church community, that may be an event that you can post, that'll be fantastic. And that your interaction, remember, you're trying to connect with others that will interact with the same. No questions, but want to say great thank you. You're very welcome, you guys. Well, thank you for being online. Oh, you couldn't hear, Diane. I couldn't hear anything. Oh, good Lord. No, Oscar. Yes, it's recorded. Oscar, did you hear anything of the whole training? Oh, Oscar, yeah. Yeah, we can hear you. But this has been recorded. So if you guys want to hear about this, we can definitely share this video. with you guys so that you guys can get a recap on it. But I appreciate you guys being online. Thank you so very much for being on, and stay tuned for the next one. Martha is conducting the next session on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. All right, have a great one, you guys.
Thank you, Diana.
You're so very welcome.